Stop scrolling. Forget everything you know. We are diving into a world that looks like CGI, from the frozen fire to the bridge of civilizations. Today, all the countries we tell you about are more beautiful and special. This isn't just a trip. It's a vibe check for your soul. Let's go? Iceland, the beginning of the world. Introduction. Our first stop looks like another planet, Iceland. This is where the world is not yet finished, where creation is still happening. Black sand beaches. Just look at these black sand beaches. The rage of the ocean has been beating these volcanic shores for thousands of years. Nature here slaps us in the face with how small we really are. Waterfalls pour down like a curtain, while hidden caves behind them seem to whisper old Viking tales. The contrast of heat and cold, but Iceland is not just cold. The ground beneath is boiling. Warming up in the blue lagoon while snow falls on your face is one of nature's greatest contrasts. Volcanoes and glaciers, fire and ice are siblings here. When volcanoes erupt, you witness the blood of the earth flowing through its veins. Walking on glaciers feels like walking on the frozen time of history. Icelandic horses and the true owners of these lands, the noble Icelandic horses. They have run freely on this island for 1,000 years, never leaving, never changing. The northern lights, and when night falls, the sky turns into a canvas. The northern lights. The ancients believed they were the spirits of warriors. Watching them is not fear, but endless admiration. We leave the wild forces of nature behind and travel thousands of miles to the east, to the very edge of the world, to the place where the sun wakes up before the rest of us. Japan. This is not just a country. It is a delicate balance between the old and the new, a silent agreement between chaos and peace. Mount Fuji, and watching over this balance, Mount Fuji stands like a silent guardian. For the Japanese people, it is not just a mountain, but a symbol of eternal patience. Bamboo forest. Walking through the bamboo forests, you hear the wind talking to the trees. In Japan, silence does not mean emptiness. Silence is an answer. Tea ceremony. There is no rush here, my friends. Even a cup of tea is prepared with a centuries-old ritual, like a prayer. Every movement has a meaning. Shibuya crossing. But when you go down to the cities, it is like an ant colony. Millions walk at the same time, yet no one bumps into anyone. This is the dance of mutual respect. Sensoji, the tradition in the city, and right in the heart of this modern world, the giant red lantern of Sunsoji Temple welcomes you. The smoke of incense here does not just smell good. It is believed to heal the body and cleanse the soul. Fushimi Inari, the spiritual path. Then, you step into a tunnel of red. Fushimi Yeniari. Walking through these thousands of vermilion gates feels like passing from the human world into the world of spirits. It is an endless path of gratitude. Kinkakuji, the Golden Pavilion. And amidst this spiritual journey stands the Golden Pavilion, Kinkakuji. Seeing its reflection on the water reminds us that true beauty is timeless. Mastery, sushi and trains. Whether building a bullet train or making sushi, whatever you do in Japan, you do it like a work of art. Mastery is a lifestyle here. Sakura, and when the sakura season comes, those pink flowers remind us how short, but how beautiful life is. Japan is the garden where the soul rests. Italy, the open-air museum of passion, the sweet life. We head down to the Mediterranean to warm up a little. Italy. This is not just a country, it is a living museum. It is the home of La Dolce Vita, the sweet life. Here, beauty is not a luxury, it is a daily necessity. Rome, Colosseum, and daily life. When you touch the stones of Rome, you feel the heartbeats of gladiators and emperors. But look around you. People are sipping their espresso right next to columns that are 2,000 years old. The past and the present sit at the same table here. Venice, the miracle on water. In Venice, the roads are made of water. It is a miracle built on wooden piles. Since there are no cars, the city has a unique melody. The only sounds you hear are the splash of oars and the echo of footsteps on stone bridges. Time flows slowly here, at the speed of a gondola. If you are in a rush, you are in the wrong place. Tuscany, harmony of nature. Looking at those golden hills of Tuscany, you understand why painters have fallen in love with this place for centuries. The cypress trees stand in lines like soldiers guarding the vineyards. This is where nature and human hands have created a perfect harmony. Cuisine, the ritual, and the cuisine. Food here is not just about filling your stomach, my friends. It is a form of worship. Sunday lunches last for hours. In the hands touching that dough, there is love, there is passion. The smell of fresh tomatoes and basil is the perfume of this country. Amalfi Coast, defying gravity. In the south, on the Amalfi Coast, the scent of lemons fills the air. Mountains plunge directly into the sea, and colorful villages look like they are defying gravity, hanging onto the cliffs. The colors are so vibrant that it is a feast for your eyes. The people living out loud. But what makes Italy, Italy, is not its stone or soil, it is its people. They speak loudly, their hands never stop moving, and they don't hide their emotions. Whether they are arguing or hugging, they do it with their whole heart. Here, life is like an opera stage, and everyone plays their role with passion. Switzerland, the fairy tale at the peak. The purest air now. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Imagine filling your lungs with the cleanest air in the world. We are in Switzerland. This is not just a country. It is a sanctuary where nature hugs the sky. The mountains, Matterhorn. These mountains are like stairways to heaven. Look at the Matterhorn. With its sharp, pyramid-like peak, it pierces the clouds. It stands there like a silent giant, reminding us of the majesty of nature. The valleys, Heidi's world. When you descend into the valleys, you feel like you have stepped into a childhood cartoon. The grass is greener than you thought possible, and the only sound you hear is the wind and the gentle melody of cowbells echoing through the hills. Ding, dong, it is the soundtrack of the Alps. The Red Train, Bernina Express. Here, technology does not fight nature, it dances with it. The famous red trains, like the Bernina Express, do not cut through the mountains. They respect them, winding slowly up the slopes. Every turn reveals a new painting, a new miracle. The water, lakes and Rhine falls. And the water. The lakes here are so still and clear that you cannot tell where the water ends and the sky begins. The mountains admire their own reflection in these mirrors. But water here is also powerful. At the Rhine Falls, you can feel the earth shaking under the force of melting glaciers. The chalet life, cozy evenings. But the real magic of Switzerland happens when the sun goes down. Imagine sitting in a wooden mountain cabin, a chalet, by a crackling fireplace. Outside, snow is falling silently, covering the world in white. Inside, there is warmth, safety, and peace. Turkey, the crossroads of the world. The bridge and finally, the place where East meets West. The bridge of civilizations. Turkey. This is a unique geography that has connected cultures, religions, and people for thousands of years. Istanbul, 2 continents. Let's start in Istanbul. It is the only city in the world built on 2 continents. Imagine standing on a ferry, crossing the Bosphorus. Europe is on one side, Asia is on the other. The cry of seagulls, the ancient skyline of domes, and the energy of the city, it feels like standing in the center of history. Cappadocia, the stone fairy tale, but the magic continues deep in Anatolia. Turn your eyes to Cappadocia. This landscape defies imagination. Hundreds of colorful balloons rising silently at sunrise over ancient fairy chimneys carved by nature. It looks like a scene from a fantasy movie, but it is real. Ephesus, walking through time. Walk on the marble streets of Ephesus, US. When you stand in front of the Great Library, you are walking in the footsteps of ancient philosophers and emperors. You don't just see ruins here, you feel the weight of thousands of years. Pamukkale, the White Castle. Then, there is Pamukkale. Nature has built a white castle here. Thermal waters flowing through white travertine terraces create a surreal beauty. It is a masterpiece sculpted by water over centuries. Diversity, Black Sea and Aegean. From the misty green mountains of the Black Sea to the olive groves of the Aegean coast, every region offers a different climate, a different color. The culture, Turkish tea and hospitality, but the true soul of Turkey lies in its culture of hospitality. Here, a stranger is treated like a guest of God. The warmth of a tulip-shaped glass of tea, offered with a smile, is a universal language of friendship. Turkey is not just a destination, It is an unforgettable experience. The world is vast, my friends, but some places leave a mark on your soul forever. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until our next adventure, stay curious and keep exploring.